And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Herbert. He's got a man complete. A big play there for L.A. 62 yards. And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run. 2nd down and goal.
Herbert. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And that's how you...
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, 28 yards. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. In the first drive, they were moving the ball okay. Then the interception. Now time to regroup after giving up the score.
Yeah, I noticed him on the sidelines talking with one of his coaches, and they were comparing the pictures, right? You get the photos, what the defense was doing. They were carving it up pretty well, as you noted. I think they focused a lot on, okay, what happened on the interception ball, seeking to avoid it in the future.
Credit the sack to Von Miller. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And down he'll go at the 25. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth. They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Allen going to go on 4th down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
This is swung out to Eckler. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So after the INT, it's Allen trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Third and long, it's Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And this is caught. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So,
and this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already showed